Hello, Toro fans, and welcome back to Tauros All Access. It's the Wednesday edition. I'm Edward Nieman, joined alongside by Toro's assistant coach, Tyler Ebner. Thank you for joining us. How are you doing?
Absolutely, pretty good.
So you guys coming off a weekend sweep over the North Iowa Bulls. Really offensively productive weekend for you guys. 13 combined goals, 7 goals on Friday, 6 on Saturday to take 2 games over in Mason City. Your kind of assessment of that weekend and how things went over in Mason City?
Yeah, I think it was a good weekend offensively, like you said, 13 goals. I think really that all starts with the amount of pressure that our forecheck had over the course of the week and not giving them much time and forcing a lot of turnovers that helped to create that offense. And then defensively, especially on Friday night's game, I thought we were really defensively sound and took care of the back end, which led to offense.
Special teams starting to click for you guys as well. 3 for 5 on the power play on Friday, 6 for 6 on the kill, 1 for 2 on the power play on Saturday. What can you credit to that success? Because I know special teams, it was big in the Austin series as well as in this North Iowa series. What's starting to click for you guys?
We work on it constantly, and again, that work over the course of the week, the more reps that guys get, the better they'll get at it, both power play and PK, and working different guys in on both units so that we're not running the same guys and wearing them out, especially on the PK. I think that process of constantly working on it throughout the week is what we can attribute to the success that we had this past weekend.
Kind of segueing into this week, you have undefeated Bismarck coming into town. You're coming off the longest road trip of the year, and you're coming now on a short turnaround. It's scheduling quirk, but it's a game day eve now on a Wednesday. Mm-hmm. Talk a little bit about that. Like, what is the main thing in practice this week, knowing that you guys came from a long road trip, but now are going into a Thursday night game?
Well, for us, us coaches wise, it's really we have to do a really good job of being conscious of how many reps we're giving guys. I think we gave Monday. We didn't really practice. We gave them optional ice, but gave them the option to get it into Meg and get recovery and get in the leg boots and the ice baths, making sure that they're getting the amount of rest that they need with us having a Thursday night game.
And how do you assess this Bismarck team under first-year head coach Garrett Roth? Obviously, he has championship pedigree. This Bismarck team, you saw them in the Central Cup last year. They were good last year. They're good again this year, undefeated. What's your general assessment of them throughout the first 11 games of the season?
Well, they have some pretty good core pieces that came back. Evan Hunter, who's committed to Bemidji, is a really smart player and can make plays from pretty much anywhere. So they have a good core that came back from last year's team, and then they've added some younger guys that have added to that success that they've had, such as Thomas Anderson in net. For us, it's less about really focusing on them. They're a good team, but really more focusing on our process and making sure that we're where we need to be in order to have success this weekend.
And is there any specific thing that you guys are really hammering down going into this weekend? Is there anything that you're looking at early in the season, or just anything throughout the first couple of games that you're starting to hone in?
No, it's really more about making sure that we're sticking to the way that we want to play. We want to play flat, fast, and quick, and transition quick. And again, forecheck, getting on their defensemen as quick as possible. I think it's more focusing on our process rather than what they're doing.
And then looking forward, you guys, after this weekend, you're going to go to St. Cloud. I think, I bring up the St. Cloud series. I think it's interesting. You guys are going to play them, I believe, back-to-back weekends. You saw them, 2 weeks ago? So, with the 2 added teams in the division, you're seeing teams less and less, but then you have teams such as St. Cloud that you're seeing a lot in a short time window. Kind of your thoughts, is that an advantage or a disadvantage when you see these teams back-to-back like that, given the fact that you won't see them as much the rest of the year?
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of, playing, back-to-back weekends against a team. You kind of end up having to do a little bit different stuff so that you're not showing the same thing from one weekend to the next. And again, with us adding the 2 extra teams, it'd be nice to not have to play back-to-back weekends, but that's the way the schedule is. And we'll roll with it.
Awesome. Well, thank you for joining us. Toro fans, Thursday night, which is tomorrow, 7:05 puck drop here at Mesa Arena. Then on Saturday, the regular 7:35 puck drop in Trunk or Treat. 5 p.m. before that game. That's in the parking lot of Mesa Arena. So big weekend here in Minot. Make sure to be here. You can buy tickets.minotauroshockey.com. They're going to go quick, so make sure to get on there and purchase them as soon as possible. Also, we have the QR code right there. You can scan that It'll link to our website as well as our social media accounts. If you're not following already, make sure to follow that for all the Tauros content that you need. But we'll be back here tomorrow with Tauros All Access, and then shortly following that pregame show, and then puck drop for the Bismarck Bobcats and the Minot Minotauros. So make sure to be tuned in, and we'll catch you all tomorrow.